Record.
Andre, very excited. Today, I am rolling out two, count them, two new
Two.
songs for your consideration. Two new
Oh,
songs for your
I'm
consideration.
excited. Okay,
Me too.
let's do it.
Me too. Okay, here we go. We're therapy dudes
You're
coming up.
laughing. This is gonna be silly. Oh my God. Hmm.
Andre really wants a new song. He thinks that the lyrics are wrong. The tone is too silly, just like a wet willy. It should be more serious and strong. This is therapy
Really?
news. We go deep, we don't flinch. Hang the weight on your chest. Let it go, inch by inch. This is therapy news. Hard truths in the room. If you're carrying shame, we're making space, making room. We're not here for cheap laughs or pretending it's fine. We're here for the panic at midnight, the voice that cuts like a line. We're here for the kids in the kitchen, hearing doors slam, feeling small. For the parent hiding in the driveway, cause one more fight might end it all. This is therapy good. We go deep, we don't flinch. Hang the weight on your chest. Let it go, inch by inch. This is therapy good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow. Did you sing that?
I mean, couldn't you tell whether or not that was my voice?
That's how you scream at me. It's good.
So, just to give
Wow.
our listeners a background
Okay.
to this,
He's gonna throw me under the bus.
Andre wanted a song that was more serious and also one that represented the fold or the unfolding of our next level to therapy dudes, which is introducing these tension points and
Mhm.
having a more kind of comprehensive, serious tone around the psychology, philosophy, and culture behind points of tension that come up for people individually, in groups, within the culture. And we are going to be exploring those issues starting next week, right? That's
We have
your
a section on
yes, a three-part.
personality and yep.
Yes, very interesting. Today we're going through a topic that I am very interested in because a lot of my clients go through this, and I'm also personally in the process of dealing with it, which is injuries and how
Oh.
those kinds of setbacks.
But before we do that, what you said there were two songs.
Oh, well, I figured the second song we should roll out in the second podcast for this topic, right? Like,
Oh,
don't,
okay.
I mean, I could put both of them out now, but
Well, no, I just wanted to know. Like, I thought maybe you were lying, but no.
no.
I'm kidding.
I
He
am
doesn't
bringing
lie.
two strong songs today. That
Ooh.
was, that was the first one. New tone, right? Serious tone, heavy bass. All right,
You can't
sorry.
even make a serious face. It's too funny.
I'm not sure if that one's going to make the cut, but the next one, I think I'm actually putting all my weight behind the next one for the next podcast.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, I am in a good mood now because I got to share that first song with you. I've been waiting the entire week to do that, but
Oh, I
I
loved
have
it.
to admit the injury has played a big part in my mood over the last couple of weeks, and I've been, I think, doing a solid job just throwing everything I've got at like keeping my rhythms and my mood in order, but
Hmm.
it's work. And I would be
You
lying.
finally got it together?
Um, I don't think I'm going to have it together until I feel like my body is totally back to normal. And I'm
Ah,
almost there, but I think I just need, like, I'm not going to play basketball today, but I think I'm going to be able to starting next week. I need a few more days just to like make sure that I'm totally healed.
Okay. I guess I'll support it. I am lonely,
You
especially
are.
on the basketball court.
That's not today's podcast topic.
Very lonely. Can we please talk about that? I'm kidding.
Haven't we covered that time and time again?
Okay, everyone's feeling it, Dan. It's not just me, society. Okay, just because you have 15 people living in your house with you doesn't mean I do.
Right. Oh my gosh. On that topic, before we get into injuries and how to manage them and manage our mood and all that, I just got to say that
Mm.
one of the 15 people in my house got their license. And now I've been letting them use my car to get to school, which means I don't have a car, which you
Oh,
think would be another setback in addition to the injury. But in fact, it is actually one of the greatest gifts I have ever experienced because without the car, one, I ride my bike around a lot more. And when I say bike, what I really mean, just between you and me, is my elliptico, which is arguably less cool just based on the looks that I get from people when I elliptico past them. But it works better, ergonomically speaking, for my back. So I still
oh,
use it. But the the real benefit is that my other 14 people in the house that don't have cars, which is really just one other, right? At this point, he is 14, but one other person. And he can't get rides from me to and from school anymore because I don't have a car. And if he complains about how he has to bike to school, well, I've been biking, truly ellipticoing, every day far greater distances than he has to go just to get to school. So I can just take care of random little like chores and errands that I've got to get done, which A,
right.
good for me in my physical recovery onto the real topic that we want to talk about today, but
Mm.
also great to just be outside in general to like be car free. It actually it feels very freeing. I know it's spring and it's like the best time of year to be doing this because in like the hot summer, I'd be less psyched to just be car free, although it'll be summer break. So there's going to be more cars around anyway because they won't be going to school with them. And then
Well,
in the winter, it would definitely be trickier. But
yeah, well, just don't acknowledge me when you're on that thing. Once you get off it, though, we're cool.
oh, I just have a t shirt that says friends with Andre. And
Oh, crap. I
I've
want
got
to
a
see
big
it.
picture of you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got to talk about that on a different podcast. That's interesting. Um,
But okay,
so you
back to
do miss me. You do miss me.
oh, totally. Like
Okay.
it is very difficult to not only not be physically active the way I want to be because I'm injured,
Right.
but also
Yeah.
basketball specifically is something that is social and you're the like, you know, you're the best man at that basketball gathering. I totally love that we get to do that. And
Yeah.
it's been a bummer that that hasn't been a part of this. Like it's
People have been asking about you.
that's very generous. I know you're
True.
lying, but thank
It's
you.
no. It's true. Like, where's the other guy?
Where, where's that old dude that you come to? Right.
I'm like, Dan, my my bestie.
That's right. No, it's been actually quite quite annoyingly difficult. So I truly like
I offered to take you out for dinner and hang out. You don't respond to me because you're always in a mood.
because I'm always in a mood. All
I'll be
right.
like, I can't wait to go on a hike with you, crickets.
That is so not true. We can go to texts. We've got data to
Actually,
prove this is
actually,
wrong.
I think you did say yes. I think you did say we just no follow up.
No follow up. Yes.
Yeah, on either of our sides. To be fair to Dan. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
we got to jump into it. I got to stop wasting our time. It's
Right.
been
You're
so
the one
long
that
since
wanted to
I've
bring a
seen you.
serious tone to these conversations. So time to get serious.
Yeah, but I could just tell you're in a bad mood. So I'm trying to help.
Thank you. Well, no, I want to talk about the tension point that is in my leg. So,
Okay, let's talk about let's jump into it. Let's jump into the topic. Let's do
okay.
it.
So the immediate aftermath of getting injured had this like the pain and the like frustration and the like overthinking about how long the setback was going to be and what it would mean for not only just like my physical activity and my like normal outlets to just kind of, have fun and be less stressed, but also that when I have like that level of pain going on, just sleeping is annoyingly difficult. And that was, for the first 4 or 5 days, that was probably like the biggest factor, was trying to figure out how do I like have enough alleviation of the pain so that I can sleep okay, and ice packs, ibuprofen, that kind of thing, to just try to
Sure.
like chill
It's
out.
that bad?
At the beginning, it was weird because I had like pulled a groin muscle, but it ended
Oh.
up like messing with my knee. And then
Oh yeah, yeah. Throws
I
everything off.
right. So after a couple of days of just really trying to do very little to like disturb it, then I started going back to the gym to just, do some like workouts on the machines and stuff, and just kind of keep my body from getting too like stiff and irritated. And then I overdid that, and I actually like tweaked the knee, and that was like another couple of days. That wasn't as painful, right? Like I could sleep through that, but I knew like, oh geez, I can't screw around for a while. Like I just really tried to overwork out myself, which was,
Sure.
I didn't try to, but that was the impact, was that it was too much pressure on my knee. So
Okay.
these are old man problems,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say it sounds like old man rigor mortis setting in.
right. It's yes, rigor mortis is setting in.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But the trick, I think, is
You're
something.
not even that old, to be honest, just so they can understand. Like you're not old.
You are actively playing defense on me getting through this topic. I
I'm
can't.
trying to get through it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna mute it. I'm muting it right now. Go ahead.
I think that's a great idea. Just keep it mute for the rest of the time. So I think this speaks to a bigger issue, which is that a lot of times when we have a setback, particularly a physical one, it really affects all these other areas of our life, and it puts us in a moodier place. And I've seen this with clients. I've had a client recently that is in high school that had an injury that pulled them out of their spring sport for the rest of the season, and made this like sort of cascading problem, which is what I was kind of feeling too, of like, now I'm in a bad mood. Now I'm being less social. Now my body is just kind of like, sore and getting agitated a lot more easily because I'm not working it out. And
Yeah.
it starts to bleed into other aspects of my life. And I had to be really um, diligent about trying to do self-care things, and trying to, so like activities, but also like my mental game around managing my thoughts, and especially like the negative thinking, and trying to
Right.
figure out how to like come to terms with that, or like reframe stuff in my mind, or just like, not wallow. And
Hmm.
I think that's, I thought you were muting your mic. I think that's
Fine.
until you are called upon.
I will do it. Fine.
Yeah. I can see on the Zoom that you haven't muted your mic, so that's fine. You're just pretending to be quiet. Okay. Oh, you have a button on your mic. Okay. It's not the actual Zoom mute. It's the button on the mic. Okay. Got it. Got it. Now, I actually need you back. I didn't really want you to leave.
Oh, okay. All right. See, there's a button right here. You see it? Right
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, I mean, I know that like while you're still in your 20s, you don't experience much of that in terms of like bodily pain and setbacks, but I'm wondering if this is something that you're familiar with, and what you would say to a client in my shoes in terms of like how to work with this over a period of a couple of weeks as you're trying to figure out how to like just manage.
Well, I would ask, like, how does it make you feel? Like that this is happening?
How does it make me feel? That's like
Yeah.
Psych 101.
Yeah. Well, I just want to know. Like, I'm confused. Are you like feeling hopeless or really disappointed or
Um, I think like it's a disappointment frustrated thing. Like hopeless is, I don't know, I don't quite go there, but it's more about just projecting into the future that the next like several weeks are going to suck, and then just kind of being in a worse mood and then having a hard time like picking up the slack with
Right.
doing other activities
Yeah.
in my life. Um,
Well, you're taking out the norm, right? Like you're being shifted out of a normal way of doing things that you've habituated over time to doing things that aren't as fulfilling. So you got to find meaning in those things as you're recovering.
yeah.
Um, and if you can't do that, and you keep focusing on I'm just wasting away, or there's nothing I can do about this, that's like your metaphor of shining the light in the cave. Like maybe this is the time you do the things that you couldn't do when you were having all those habits that you normally did, right? Like maybe reading that book you wanted to read or cleaning the way you need to clean. And I don't know, seeing it instead of like a loss of time, seeing it as shifting that to like I have more time to do things I wouldn't normally do and
Right.
getting those
I
out of the
do
way.
think that like trying to, reframe it as an opportunity and to look at the other things that are kind of on my list, which I have done, and sometimes better than others, because the motivation when I'm in a bad mood is sometimes harder to manifest. So, there
Yeah.
are like house projects and books and things like that. And to some extent, I have done some of that. Um,
Well, there are ways you can better yourself, is what I'm trying to say. You can still do things that are seen as productive or rewarding. You just instead of sitting there and being like, well, I can't do the things I normally would do, find those things you can do. What's within your control? And also, what is the narrative you're telling yourself about your injury? Like, oh, my body's breaking down. It will never be the same. I felt that way once with my knees. That was in my 20s. It was so bad. I was walking up the stairs in undergrad and I just collapsed and I fell onto all these people once. It was really embarrassing. Um, but my knees would hurt real bad. And then I learned that I can strengthen, the stabilizer muscles and do certain exercises. And over time, like I'm 10 years older than that now, no pain in my knees. So I feel like you can do it, right?
um, I appreciate that, and I have definitely been on the physical level, really like trying a lot and doing a lot to like try to keep my body
Yeah,
going.
but do you squat?
Do I squat? Um,
Really important.
yeah, I do the squat machine every time I go and get a workout at the gym, which is like, I don't know, 4-ish times a week, maybe a little more these days since I don't have basketball.
Yeah, but the squat machine doesn't help your stabilizer muscles. Just strengthens certain parts of your body.
Dude,
You have to do regular squats without being stabilized.
oh my God.
I know. Well,
I
I
have
will help. I
no,
have advice.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I I have this the vibration plate that you can get on that does stabilizing stuff with ankles, knees, and hips. So
Okay. So
and
maybe you've been all over it.
I do that 10 or 20 minutes a day on that plate. So
Oh,
um
yeah, but do you squat?
we just talked about that.
Okay. All right. I
Yes.
felt like you didn't understand what I was saying. I'm just saying there are things I think you can do still. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And
Yeah.
maybe try things that are different if it's not working. That's all I'm saying.
This has been so inspiring and making me feel so much better.
Oh my God, this is horrible. What am I doing to this poor man? I'm kidding, Dan. I'm here for you, whatever you need. I
Um,
think you're doing everything you can.
thank you. I think that I need to follow my own advice, which is that one of the big traps that I think happens for all of us, given that we have so many like screen digital
Yeah.
pacifying escapes. And
Hmm.
that the problem is if you get to a certain point of the day where there's like nothing quite going on, right? You've got a couple hour break, or you go from work to being back at home and there's no specific plan, that it's very hard in the moment to transition into something that feels productive or useful or meaningful, or, you know, is one of our priorities or something. And that the best antidote to that is previewing or rehearsing our day so that we know when we get to those transition points, we can have something that's already kind of queued up in our mind that we want to go after next. And
Yeah.
I haven't been doing that. Case in point, today I have a couple hours after we're done with the podcast where there's nothing specific that I have going on. And actually, not quite case in point, because I did pre-set up all the like tools and things that I would need to do this sanding project on my deck, so that
Oh, cool.
I'm going to jump into that. But that was scrambling around in the 5 minutes before our podcast, because I was like, oh man, like I can't just waste away this time like I did the hour before the podcast, where I was like, I should go and, you know, do the sanding project or work on like the steps in the house itself, or random other abstract tedious chores that I have around. And it just kind of like, it got a little overwhelming, and I was like, ugh. And then when I was thinking about like what to do after the podcast, I was like, okay, I can do the like sanding on the deck, because that's in the front of the house, which won't get sunlight right after the right. It won't be too hot. I can get out there and nail it quick after we are done, and blah blah blah. But anyway,
Okay.
the pre-thinking of it and the like doing a little prep work makes it so that I just know I'm going to do that, right? Because I know
Right.
that when I do that kind of like rehearsal and prep work, that it's a very quick transition. And slow transitions are like the enemy to being productive and functional, because there's too much time for our lizard brain to get in there and be like, I don't want to do anything. Let's go like
Yeah.
bedrot and doom scroll. And that becomes like, truly avoiding that is probably the biggest thing that I've been having to like work on with my injury the past couple of weeks, is that I don't want to just be sitting there wasting that time. So,
Mm.
all right, to give you credit, like, yes, what you said before, like, you know, finding other things to fill my time and seeing it as an opportunity is the work. I didn't want to acknowledge you and say that you were right, but yes, that's
Most people don't like acknowledging that I'm right. I don't know what that is.
it's just that you're always right, and the rest of us just, you know, feel envy.
Is that what it is? But I'm so stupid sometimes. Like, I'm not always right. Sometimes I mean, you've seen it. I know you've seen it.
When you're right.
No, when I'm very much not right.
Yes, but usually I feel like we all have those like, you know, times when we're not right, and it typically is
No.
like, you
I'm
know,
just always right with people outside of me, right?
right. It's always our own
Okay.
stuff that we end up
Are
like,
not right with. Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Probably
part.
one of the biggest idiots here around that. I'm kidding. I love myself.
I love myself. Um, we have to like arbitrarily stop this one so that we can do podcast 2 for this
See
week.
what happens, Dan, when we don't see each other or talk for a while? I just
Yes.
talk too
Yeah.
much. It's not good for the podcast.
I made a great plan with 10 bullet points of what to talk
I
about,
will. Okay.
and we're going to get into that in
Next.
this
All right.
next episode coming.
Okay.
And song
Hmm.
number 2 is on the way. We are going to do the regular outro here, even though I know that, you know, at some
We
point
got to change that too.
want to fully evolve that. But thanks for listening. Like, subscribe. Talk to you in a minute about more on injuries.
Therapy dudes, take away your stress, put you in a good mood. If you had them over, they would eat up all your food. It's time for therapy dudes.
Seriously? Where? Oh, come on. There it is.